Sitefinity Cloud enables you to manage user access through the Sitefinity Cloud Management portal. In this video, we'll review how Sitefinity Cloud handles user management and how you can perform basic user tasks. Sitefinity Cloud uses Azure Active Directory for user authentication and authorization. Every customer that uses Sitefinity Cloud has a dedicated Azure AD, which is set up by the Sitefinity Cloud support team. Azure DevOps and Sitefinity are integrated with the same AD, which allows for single sign-on across the portal and the Sitefinity backend. If the customer has their own Active Directory, Azure creates an automatic link between the two Active Directories when users are added to Sitefinity Cloud Azure Active Directory. This means that users can use their corporate credentials and authenticate against their company AD to access Sitefinity Cloud resources. There's no need for separate credentials. Let's review how users are managed in the Sitefinity Cloud Management portal. From the left-hand menu, select Users. In this Users section, you'll see a list of users that are currently part of the Azure Active Directory for your project. You can filter the list of users by name or email. For each user, you can see the permissions that the user has in the Sitefinity Cloud Management portal. Additionally, you can see the Sitefinity roles that the user has for each environment that has been provisioned. To change the roles for an existing user, select the More menu from the three dots on the right-hand side and select Change Roles. Then, you'll be able to change the roles for this user for both the Management portal and Sitefinity. To add a new user, simply click on the Invite New Users button in the upper right of the user grid. Start by providing the email address of one or more users you want to add. Then, select the appropriate permissions for the Management portal as well as the desired Sitefinity role for each environment. Note that you can add the users to both the Management portal and to Sitefinity backend. You can also add them only to the Management portal or only to the Sitefinity backend. If you give the user only Sitefinity roles, they will not have any access to the Management portal. If an invited user has not yet accepted the invitation, you can resend the invitation email under the More option at the right-hand side. If you want to remove an existing user, from the More menu, select Remove and then confirm the deletion. Each Sitefinity Cloud tier has a limit on the number of users that can be registered in the Sitefinity Cloud Management portal. If you reach the limit, when you add a new user, you'll see an error message. If a user only has Sitefinity roles and no permissions in the Sitefinity Cloud Management portal, this user is not included in the user count. If the user has Management portal roles but has a paid license associated with their email, for example, Visual Studio Enterprise, the user is not included in the user count. This is because, as a Visual Studio subscriber, the user already has access to Azure DevOps. Before we conclude the review of user management, let's return to the summary screen to see the single sign-on in action. I'll scroll down to the Environment section, and in the row for Staging, I'll click on Go to Backend. Then, I'll see the standard Sitefinity application backend login screen. But I also see a button at the bottom labeled Sitefinity Cloud via Azure B2B. Clicking this button will seamlessly log me in to the Sitefinity backend. In this video, we've seen how easy it is to manage users through the Sitefinity Cloud Management portal. Users can be invited and given permissions to use the Management portal, the Sitefinity backend, or both. Azure AD is used for authentication and authorization, and the Azure AD can be linked to your existing corporate Azure AD as well. With the user management features of Sitefinity Cloud, customers have a self-service model that allows for full control over a critical part of the Sitefinity administration process. This video is one of a series of videos about Sitefinity Cloud. Make sure to check out the other videos to learn about the many benefits of Sitefinity Cloud.